All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 867 on this beautiful Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. That's right. Tonight is the night that we have those techniques, those skills that pays the bills, those extra edge that give you that pass. It is going to be fun. It is going to be where you don't need content. So if you haven't been studying for a minute, or maybe you haven't started at all, it's a great night to join in because it don't matter. These are the techniques that'll help you pass pretty much any multiple choice exam. How do I know? Because we teach it to our kids. And they're in high school, and they do pretty dang good on multiple choice. In fact, our son got a postcard that said, "You did great. You scored the highest." And he's like, "I didn't read that book." He's like, "I just did multiple choice." I'm just telling you guys, these techniques work. They work.
Mm-hmm.
They will help you pass a lot of exams. We just had an MLO passer, Elvira, shout out. All she did, we don't teach MLO. We just teach techniques. So who are we? My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office, answers all the phone calls and text messages. Speaking of which, much appreciated. Much appreciated if or how about this? Just know that if you are on the East Coast, Central Time, Mountain Time, we're on West Time. So that means if it is, let's just say 8 a.m. on the East Coast, it is 5 a.m. on California. Just fair warning, Andy does not answer the phone at 5 a.m. California time. Even if you call 3 times or 4 or 5, I'll still get back to you at 8 a.m. California time. Just saying. It wasn't the same person who called me 4 or 5 times.
I was going to say.
No.
That must have been an emergency.
You would think, but no. But it was good. I love the phone calls, but just know that there's a time difference, and I'll get back to you as soon as it's after 8 a.m. California time. And I know I joke about this, but I'm serious. Just leave a voicemail. If I don't pick up, I'll listen to it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, because I am not a bathroom phone answerer. I will not answer the phone in the bathroom. So out of all the things, I'm just saying, I know there's a lot of people that do that. I am not that person. And I promise you, I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will. I will. I promise.
Yeah.
Text messages work great too. So you can text me. I'll show you the number in just a minute, but you're not here for my secretarial skills and what I don't and when I do answer the phone. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7. And she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you too can get a pass notice. And tonight we're going to focus on exactly how she passed her exams. If you're like taking the Series 65 and that Series 7, and you're like, dang, I want to pass it on the first go, this is your girl right here. She passed that thing on the first go.
I did.
I don't even know how to tell you guys this. If you're on the 65 and 7, she didn't even like go through all the material. She didn't.
Nah, I learned it after I passed.
How? This is how.
Oh, can I show you?
Tonight was how. Tonight is how we're going to show you how to do that.
Yes.
So as you're going through the 65 material, or maybe you're doing the Series 7, and you're like, man, this is a lot. Or maybe you're doing the SIE, which I like to call the Junior 65. It's the same thing.
It is. It's pretty much the same thing.
It is the lesser of the 65. It is Junior 65.
Yes.
But the same stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want to pass it on the first go, I'm telling you guys, you don't need to know everything. I know people are like, oh, you need to like read the book 5-7 times. You need to write it over. I know I've seen the Facebooks. I've seen all this stuff. I've seen this guy who's got a whole bit where he like cusses you out while he's talking on a phone and like in the car. And he's like, you just got to effing read the book. Just read the effing book. Just read the effing book. Like that's like his whole bit, you know?
It is.
He likes to just say that over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just telling you right now, this girl, she didn't do it. And I'm just saying, I'm gonna say this. I know that this is like a men's driven industry, but I just like to say, for women's, what do they call this?
Women's Her Story Month.
I know I was messing it up, so I had to ask you. Women's Herstory Month. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, because it's not his story, it's her story.
I thought it was like Women's Recognition Month.
No, it's supposed to be Women's History Month.
Oh, hey, Heritage Month.
What day is it? There is a day that is Women's Appreciation Day, but it's the whole month.
Anywho, we have gotten more women passers than anybody. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, we have.
We have gotten more women passers than anybody out there. And I'm not saying you're at a disadvantage if you're a man on here. I'm just saying we speak to those who aren't supposed to pass. We show people who are not supposed to get this thing done. And you know what? I want to say this. It's not supposed to be women. It's not supposed to be women. This industry has been created by men. All the references are man references, right? There's mostly sports and all these terminology like par with other one. There's a couple of them. They're the spread.
Yeah, I'm all par is usually the easiest, but yeah, I mean,
Spread.
honestly,
Well, I mean, I thought you'd help me out here.
Because that's the one I.
Anywho, they got all these different terms that aren't in your normal vocabulary, right? And that's who it's been. But now it's time to change it up. So if you're a woman on here and not just, I'm talking to men too, you can get I'm not saying you can't get your license or whatever. We're not going to help you, but I'm just saying if you're a woman, it is to recognize the fact that you can change the industry. It is an industry that has historically kept women out, and it's crazy because I don't know what you guys have done with the stats and whatever, if you looked it over, but half the population in the United States is women.
51%.
So it's fair to say we need at least half that in the industry, right? We need a fair representation of both sides.
Yep.
Because one of the main advantages of it is most women in most households are the ones who decide what happens with the money, or there are a good majority of them are the savers. More women than not are, the men are the savers. They are the people that look towards the building the nest, of making sure that, the family's taken care of. They're the nurturers, right?
Yes.
So there's a need. So I know I'm going to be putting on Instagram. I'm going to be putting some stats up this month. I'm going to be putting up some women passers that we've had and give some recognition to that.
So in the United States, there's 51% is women. It might be a little bit different, but it's about 51%. As of 2023, there is 22.6% of registered representatives are women.
There's a need. So think about that. If you have all the other things that drives you to do this thing.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's just get on to it. Let's just do it.
Sure.
If you haven't joined us yet, it's not too late for that Kona Academy. We just finished up day 2. Day 1. Sorry. No, it's day 2 today.
No, today's day 1.
Was it today 1?
Well, it's the first day of instruction.
Why am I so? Oh, because I look into the
okay, did tomorrow's stuff.
Now I know what I'm. All right, yeah, I'm always one day ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just finished up day 1. It's not too late. We have day 2 tomorrow, and on the weekend I will do a review of like all the stuff you missed. I only do it on the first weekend of the academy because after that it's just too much, and you might as well just do the 21-day plan at that point, which is our self-study program. We have a guided program for the academy for the 6, for the SIE and the 6. And sometimes the 63. But I'm just saying, we don't have a lot of people in the 63 because we like to think, and we know, is that we teach you guys how to be independent studiers. You show you the program, we show you the system. By the 63, you're on your own. Yes. You're just like, I don't really need to do this step by step. I got my own way of doing it, which is perfect because I love you guys to be independent on this. I want you guys to learn a program, a system that you can plug into any exam. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't need people to hold your hand.
Absolutely.
That's what I like. Because when we go into the 26 and 65, you're going to need some of those skill sets.
Yeah,
for sure. And 7 and beyond.
Yep.
So we have them for the SIE, the 6 and the 63. It's not too late. You can join in, scan the QR code, hit the links. Brandy will be hitting, day 2 tomorrow. As we go over that material, we still have that 21-day plan. That is our, self-guided. You can do that anytime. We got study guides available, ebooks, SIE 6, 63, 26. Those are the key words like you've seen last night. And as we're going to do tonight, you're going to see more of that. It is just the key words of some of the stuff. And look, if you're studying the 65, the 63 will help you. The 63 study guide, right?
Is 1/4.
Is a quarter of the exam.
Yes.
We might not have a 65 study guide exactly, but the 63 one will help you out with a quarter of that exam.
Yes.
Most of the exam is a 63 on that 65, by the way. All right, Kona Community free message board on Discord. Get questions answered, ask questions. Join the community. It's great. And you can send messages to Brandy, and it's all free, which is even better. We're also on YouTube. We are on Instagram, Telegram, all that stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification so you can get any of those. Brandy has not been doing any shorts this year, but we will be doing some more shorts this year, and you don't want to miss out on those. All right, we got so yeah, like I said, there's a phone number there as well that we talked about, 951-290-3077. Call or text. Yep. And then there's the Academy tomorrow. Covered it. 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, SIE, and then 63, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is what time we end that.
Yes.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Here we go. These are the techniques and strategies, exams, and quizzes for when you don't know the answer. Yes, we study and we study and we study, and yet we still come across those questions that still has us stumped, bamboozled.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, what do I want to say? What's the other word? I had another word loaded up and I can't think of it.
I like bamboozled.
We get bamboozled by these questions.
Yeah.
Like literally, we get led one way and then it's like, ooh, like jukes us out. And when we look confused as the question goes behind us, you know what I mean? It's just like, it just happens. And sometimes we had a busy morning or a busy afternoon or whatever happened, something that takes our attention away and we just can't focus and we're in the exam. What do? These techniques will help you out. I'm running out of time on this exam. I thought I had more time. I just had someone who just missed the exam by 2 questions because guess what? They ran out of time. And they would have probably passed because they had a 69 on the SIE. And if they would have got those 2 questions and just answered them with techniques, gave it their best shot, they probably would have got it right.
Look, guys, in the very least, you have a 1 in 4 chance to be right, even on a wild guess. That's 25% that you could be right, even if you're just like, guess that's huge.
Yeah.
We forget that.
And tonight we're going to show you how to even make it a better chance. We're going to even show you how to get to at least a 50-50 shot. And I'm going to say this, I don't guarantee that these techniques work 100,000%, all the time. Like nothing works 100% all the time. Not even Lysol, as we all learn, right? I'm just saying is that if it works, let's say I'm scoring averagely like 60% on my quizzes. If I just get 10% of this to work, I'm at a 70%. That's a C. That's a pass. That's a pass. If I'm taking the 65 and I'm only scoring 82 correct, and all I get is an extra 10 questions right, guess what? That's a 92. That's a pass. What else do you want? That's all you need is a pass.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but you don't need to get 100%.
And you don't need to master those quizzes, those practice exams, those masteries. They're all not like the exam at all.
No.
And they're the worst litmus test of all.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know. There's so many people that are so disappointed when they go to the exam because they're expecting it to be one way, worded one way, structured one way. And guess what? It's not that way at all.
Well,
so this is a sure way to not master those quizzes and Q banks and just go in there and be ready for everything.
yes.
All right, we got rules to test taking techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did that question come from. We're going to put up different questions. It could be all 65 questions tonight. It could be all series 7. It could be a mix. It doesn't matter. The techniques hold true for the whole dang night. So just pay attention to what Brandy's doing. Look at the patterns. Look how she takes them apart. Look how we look at the answers first before we look at the question. Just look at how the strategy unfolds. Rule number 2, how do we get good at anything? Well, we don't act like Allen Iverson. We actually practice. We practice and we do this until we get it right and we get more comfortable and we use these things. So that way when the time clicks out and guess what? We got 3 left. We're using these techniques because we've just been practicing all night. We do this every time.
Yep.
So that's what we want to do. And we do a practice by doing a 10-question flash quiz, 10 questions, 10 minutes, no thought, and whatever Q bank you're using, whatever you're doing, whatever unit, function, area, you get the point.
Yeah.
Do that. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, wow.
What is letters? But words. You guys see that? Did you guys see just what I just said?
Yeah, there's 3 acronyms, and then there's one that's actually in words that we know.
So this is different.
Yeah, and you're going with D right off the bat.
I am. Because you know what, guys? Which of the following securities cannot be purchased in the secondary market? Do you guys see how that's worded? It's worded very strangely. So if you have to like say what cannot be purchased in the secondary market. So you're already thinking like you're trading between 2 investors. Is that primary? Are these all new? No, man. This is private placement. But do you guys see how like deep cut that is? Like that's a deep connection. We didn't even need it.
Hedge funds are not a publicly traded thingy.
And I'm gonna say, guys, I clicked.
That's all I know.
Look, guys. When I took this quiz, I clicked on D before I even read the question.
Right.
Different. Boom. Done. All right. That's the only content I'm going to give you this night. All right. The registered rep should determine. The registered rep should provide options clearing corporation, the firm's registered options principal. Those are opposite. These are.
They're opposite.
I'm sorry. C and D, what? There's like no connection, but A and B start off the same way.
Got it.
That's what I meant to say. I call those opposites, but like I guess they're like similar.
They're not opposite.
They're like they have a different result. I don't know how. We gotta find a.
They don't fit in like A and B are closely related.
Okay, so it says should determine the suitability.
A and B come from the same family. C and D are weird cousins that visited.
Who even knows?
We don't even know.
Yeah. The registered rep should provide the customer with an options disclosure. Okay, so I got suitability and I got disclosure. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? Boom. The question says a customer of a broker dealer makes it known that they would like to trade options in their account. What's the first step to accommodate the request? I don't know about you, but if I'm like, hey, I would like to get this. Okay, well, let's just see if this works out for you. Don't we, in almost every situation, have to determine if it's right for us before we can do that?
Right.
Right for us. And guys, this is using the technique to get rid of C and D. If you guys notice, I didn't even read C and D past those few words. And I'm utilizing.
By the way, did you notice you put right for us? See how it's written, not clear? That's how you do your own notes on when you're doing your own exam on your own paper. Who cares?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It could have said righteous. It could have said right for us. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Brandy knew what it meant.
Your notes are yours.
They are yours.
Make them how you want.
Exactly.
Don't judge.
I'm not. I said everybody should do that.
One of the prices set by FINRA. Okay, right away. And then look at C, guys. And I'm looking at A and C specifically because we can see the acronyms and your eyes just go there, right?
Right.
And so, because remember, I lack.
To regulatory bodies.
Yeah.
But that's content.
They don't, guys, FINRA and the SEC don't even set prices. So I'm getting rid of you. But the price the broker dealer, the price the broker dealer. Do you guys see that? Is willing to sell for, to buy for. Don't content it out.
Okay. If I'm a dealer, I'm all about selling. That's just me.
So if you were CarMax, you don't buy cars?
Well, you didn't say that, but you said,
boom.
You didn't say that. It depends what kind of dealing you're doing.
See, but do you guys see that? See what we just did there? Because if you guys study with us, I relate broker dealers, specifically dealers, to car dealership.
I was looking at outside no content.
I know, but I see.
But if I'm on the corner,
see, look at.
And I'm a kind of a different dealer.
Guys, look where his brain goes with that, and look where I'm like cars, and Andy's like, I'm selling. Just saying.
If I'm like 50 Cent.
Just seeing, you guys see that
back in the day.
Just saying.
Before the rap game.
Anyways, ask price, guys. What do you do if you're shopping? Let's see, hold on. How did I word this one? Well, how did I word this one in my brain? You asked to pay anything but the ask price. There we go.
Why do I getting pointed
I
at?
don't know. You're asked to buy, or this is the price I'm asking you to pay.
I'm
Right?
asking you to pay that.
Okay, so the customer's paying, right?
Yes.
So if the customer's paying, then doesn't that mean the broker dealer's selling?
Yeah.
What the heck with that automatic thing? I hate the automatic thing. Stop trying to be in my head. AI.
So I was right.
You were.
Oh.
I had to give you a hard time.
You gave me a hard time when I was right the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Just saying. I think dealer, I think sell.
Currency risk,
Yes.
political risk,
Right.
business risk,
Mm-hmm.
regulatory risk.
Are we going content?
I'm going to relate it to the words that I know. Currency has to do with money.
Yes.
Political risk has to do with government.
Yep.
Business risk is
Ooh.
a business.
Right. Is it? Yep.
Regulatory risk sounds like rules.
Rules.
That is not securities vocabulary.
Nope.
None of that is securities vocabulary. Oops. For investors, instability within an emerging economy. Fun fact, guys, emerging economy is not money.
Nope.
Emerging economy is not a business.
No.
Emerging economy is not a rule.
No.
But it's a government.
It is a government. There's a different economy coming up, and they gotta have. It's all politics, right?
Do you guys see how some of us might have seen emerging economy and not necessarily relate that to government?
We would
even political.
Yeah, a lot of times you guys get that all mixed up with currency and regulatory.
But do you guys see what I just did? I crossed out the ones that didn't match. We played the anti-match. I made that up in December.
All right.
I've been wanting to use it. I haven't used it in a while.
Trademark KonaButterflyz. Anti-match.
The anti-match. Purchasing debentures. Naked call writing. Don't be standing there naked. Covered call writing. Much better. Like this is like shocking.
I'm gonna say that's risky. You just out there calling people and you're naked. Covered is a lot more safer, right?
Because you're talking you're talking legit naked versus covered.
Yeah, if I'm out there naked and there's a lot of things that could come up.
Yeah, I agree. You can get bit by a mosquito.
There's a lot of things that could happen.
Those mosquitoes can bite you
just
anywhere if you're
out there calling and you're just out there to the elements.
Yeah. Now look, guys, I'm gonna be real. I do see that A and D are both opposite as well. Purchasing, stock, debentures. First of all, I've never really heard of junior preferred stock, but that's besides the point.
But you said earlier, if I see two that are closely related, those are the two I'm focusing on.
And I don't know, like I just like those better. Okay. And I'm going to go with Andy's saying that if you're naked, it's a lot of risk, but if you're covered, it's safer. Notice I didn't say safe, guys. I said safer.
Right. I mean, if a car hits you, it doesn't matter if you have clothes on or not.
True. 65-year-old investors looking to earn additional income. So first of all, if I'm going to earn additional income, I'm definitely not purchasing. You see that?
Right.
In her securities portfolio without much risk. Ooh, so, hey. Which of the following would likely be the least suitable? Boom. Oh, oops. Sorry, that was my bad.
You went the wrong one.
I did. I was distracted when I did these. So
but it was B.
It is B. I swear to you guys, it is B. That was my bad. I did it really fast.
See, there's some people that put C, but the reason why you put C is because you didn't see that least acceptable. Without much risk is what the person's looking for. So they want the covered, but which one is the least? So that's what the question's asking you. What's the one that's not as acceptable? Because it's
risky. Guys, it's risky. So it's least appropriate or least acceptable. Least acceptable means risky because why? He wants not much risk.
By the way, the key words there. Yeah, if you guys don't know that naked is risky, I would memorize that.
Guys, anytime you walk around naked is risky. Anytime you're naked, you're risky. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Something about, if you're outside naked, you're not like you're gonna go chase after someone who like does you wrong. You're gonna be
If you're sunbathing naked, it's risky.
it's risky. You could get a really bad sunburn.
Yeah. Mhm.
In places you don't want to be sunburned.
See? Have not had such training in the past 6 months. This is true. Thank you. Somebody in the chats, thank you.
Michelle.
Guys, this is okay. Love and hates the Kaplan Q Bank because the Kaplan Q Bank is a great trainer to stand out, make it stand out, right? But I feel like some of their quiz questions need to be not bold because they don't stand out on the exam. Good point. Thank you, Michelle.
You're not going to see the accepts. You're not going to see the least, the most, all emboldened.
It's not bold on the test.
Nope.
Not.
You're going to have to do this thing called read. And then you're going to have to take that scrap paper
And
you're
use
gonna
it.
map it out. Just like Brandy does.
Yeah, I do. All right. Have not had such training in the past 6 months. Not such training. Have disciplinary actions pending. Have purely clerical duties. By the way, purely is another way of saying only.
That's the only thing you do is clerical duties.
Yeah, purely
Hey,
only.
get back behind that desk. Clip those paper clips are out of order.
My coffee, yo. Actually, I've never said that to anybody.
Go correlate paper.
That was great. All right. Have direct contact with the public.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, let's look at this. The firm element of a broker-dealer's continuing education requirement must be undergone by all registered. I don't know about you guys, but if I am registered and I need to do continuing education, I'm going to match it up to the one that has a direct contact with the public. Not this, not just that. It's continuing education, not you're in trouble education. It's continuing education for registered persons, not necessarily clerical people. Guys, you see where I'm going with this? It's continuing.
Because you have contact with the public and could be the most that could harm the public.
Yes.
So we need to always educate you on the latest and greatest things and how to protect the public.
Right. Because guys, continuing doesn't mean past 6 months. Continuing doesn't mean just disciplinary. Continuing education for registered reps doesn't mean cleric. Okay.
There you go.
I like that question. So much so
I knew it. We were done.
That's it.
I was like, we're having too much fun.
Yeah.
But that's it. And if you love it and you want to learn more like this and you want to see more of that, if you're a member, you are in luck because every Monday we do that.
Yes. And guys, look we had so much fun. We had fun doing this. We laughed, we joked, we made jokes about the words on the screen. Guys, relax when you study.
And do this on your own. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Look, if you guys try these out and it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Guess what? You live another day.
Yes.
These exams, the computer that or the tablet or the phone or whatever you're doing your quizzes on, if you get it wrong, it's not going to slap you in the face. I promise you. There's no physical injury that could possibly happen other than you could possibly learn something new. So approach it from that angle.
Yeah.
Learn it. Don't give up and keep going. Just keep going. One step at a time. Don't be overwhelmed. Just one step at a time.
One step at a time, one question at a time. Don't worry about over there.
One keyword at a time. That's all. That's it. Don't be overwhelmed. As soon as someone tells me they're overwhelmed, I'm like, you're just trying to digest way too much food at once.
Stop looking at the top of the mountain. Let's look at the first step.
That's all you got to do. All right. We will have that academy tomorrow. We will be back for the Studying Brew. I don't know what Brandy has planned because it's Wednesday. It could be content. It could be Q&A. It could be a lot of things. But I do know one thing for sure. It is at the same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice the techniques in your flash quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.